Welcome. In front of me is a HUAWEI Watch Fit 5, and I'll be going over unboxing along with taking a quick look at the watch itself and build quality, just give you my first impressions. Okay, so let's get it open right away. Avoid wearing during bathing. It sounds like it doesn't have any kind of IP rating, but we'll see that in a second, I guess. Anyway, below that we get our charger. Ooh, a nice one too. So, comes with a metal base charger, has some heft to it. It's a magnetic one, a wireless as you can see, so I really like these. And we get the paperwork, which I'm not even going to bother taking out. And let's get that unclipped. So it's using a traditional strap when it comes into, like, the silicone ones, but it looks to have, if I can press that, there we go, their own kind of proprietary clips, which I generally don't like. So that means that you cannot use something like, traditional 20 millimeter straps on here or anything like that. You need to either buy their own straps that they would have, or you just also bring up, there we go. So their own straps, or potentially get one of those like AliExpress conversions where it's this clip to just like a normal kind of, this portion right here, so you can actually use a normal strap. So this is a little bit annoying, but whatever, it is what it is. Let's put it up. There we go. So I'm gonna quickly check out the specifications for this, and so we have a rotating crown with some haptic feedback behind it, so that's pretty nice. Just want to first check out one thing before I start talking about this. I want to know how much this actually costs, so I have not checked that out at all. Oh. Okay, never mind, this is a little bit more reasonable. So it comes about 600 PLN for this exact one right here, the black one, and it's on a more expensive side, to be completely honest, right here. But I guess we'll see. Maybe it has some things to offer. So haptic feedback right here is okay. It's nothing great. It's above average, I would call it, in terms of how it feels like. It's pretty smooth though. The rotating crown has basically no kind of steps to it or any kind of resistance, so it's very easy to move it. Now the display right here is a, if I can actually find it, there we go, 1.82 inches AMOLED display with a resolution of 480 by 408 pixels with a 347 pixels per inch and a brightness of 2500 nits. Now this is maximum brightness. So I also want to mention the specifications that I'm reading right here are straight up from the Huawei's own website. Now, so that's the display, and it seems pretty good. So nothing bad to say right here. Now, the build quality right here. So we have aluminum frame all around. Though I do want to kind of say this, it kind of feels plasticky for some reason. So whatever, but it is supposedly aluminum, at least that's what Huawei claims themselves. And we have their own OS right here running on this watch. So obviously you're not going to be getting any kind of Wear OS on here. And on top of that, you most likely won't be getting any kind of applications. Although, you know, this could potentially be running their, what do they call it? The Harmony OS, I think. And let me see if I can actually find it. I didn't really see anything like this. Yeah, I can't find it quickly. So in any case, if it's running Harmony OS, I have never checked it, but potentially you might be able to install applications on here. And if you can, that would be great. Now, if you can, that would be what I would probably expect from such a device. So moving on, we have support for Android 9 and up, and also iOS 13 and up, which is pretty nice considering something like, for instance, Galaxy watches don't really support iOS, at least not the one that I had, which was the Watch 6, I think, or 5, the last circular one. So I cannot use that one with an iPhone. This, on the other hand side, you can, which is pretty nice. Now, let's see, anything else? Let's quickly grab this and check out the measurements of it. So in terms of size, we are looking at about 30, depending on where I measure. If I measure this little bump right here, we're looking at 38 millimeters and about 37 millimeters in the lower portion. And then in terms of, actually take that off. There we go, so you can now measure it top to bottom. And that looks to be 40, what is it, 2 millimeters? Oh, actually 43 millimeters, there we go. So 43 millimeters, top to bottom. I almost could say log to log, but there is no logs right here, so anyway. And lastly, let's check out the thickness of it. So in terms of thickness, we're looking at about 11.5 millimeters with the little puck right here for the measuring. And if I somehow get rid of that one from measuring it, at that point we're looking at about 10 millimeters. So about a centimeter thickness. So it is a relatively compact watch. Obviously, it could look good on most wrists. With the squares design, it should be a little bit easier. And with the straps that it has, even though I would consider them to be a downside, it does have some positive, which is that if you have smaller wrists, they automatically just kind of fall off. So even on mine, which are pretty minimal, you can see this doesn't protrude to the sides massively. So it's not like super weird looking on my wrist. And I do, like I said, have absolutely minuscule wrists. So there we go. Weight-wise, we are looking at 27 grams without the strap itself, and with it, we're not looking at much more. The strap itself is actually pretty nice, high-quality feeling. It has this nice softness to it, so that's great. It's also pretty malleable. So strapping it to your wrist, it shouldn't be harsh. It shouldn't be digging into your wrist or anything like that, as it does have this soft, smooshy kind of feel to it, while not actually being too stretchy. As you can see, this isn't stretching too much. And the other side as well. This is more like I'm pulling on it relatively hard. So yeah, it seems to be pretty solid. Now the buckle right here is made out of metal. So again, a bit durable. Some watches give you plastic. This one is metal, so that's great. And that's about it. So it's basically a fitness watch. Based on the freaking name, you can probably gather that it's called Literally Fit. And it's, I would say, okay-ish. Huawei has this benefit where most of their watches are very accurate when it comes down to tracking. So if you want something that is good at doing that, Huawei watches might be the go-to option for you. Now, if you want something potentially that could allow you to install applications, assuming this one can't, then you could look at other Wear OS watches, which nowadays you could, for instance, get something like the OnePlus Watch 4, I think it is, the previous model, specifically talking about it. Or let me quickly check, as we do have, no, sorry, OnePlus Watch 3. So 3 is the last year's model. Now the reason I'm saying 3 is specifically because it's a last year's model. It's going to be cheaper, and it basically has the same specifications as the new one 4, and it has the benefits of having great battery life, as well as being pretty versatile. So this could be a great option. And specifically, if you're going to be looking, or if you don't mind looking for maybe a used market, you're going to be getting something that is basically much cheaper than when you would buy something like this new, and it's going to offer you that versatility of a Wear OS watch, which means you can download applications on there, watch faces, and so on, and it has its basically own ecosystem. So anyway, that's about it. So I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.